What's going on, everybody? It's Trey Leo here. Today is Monday, and yay, Monday. On the flip side, today I'm here with George Carlin and euphemisms and political correctness. He will be discussing today, and yeah, I'm just gonna take this with a grain of salt. I realized that on the last video I did of him was I was being a little bit literal and taking him so serious. But he has this tone in his voice which you can't help but to like listen to him. He's like a wise old grandfather or something, like where you just like, I think granddad's joking, but I think he's also kind of serious. So that's where that was coming from. Didn't take it literal. Went back, looked at it, and was like, damn, dude played me like a fiddle. So on that note, I like him. I like him a lot. Very smart, super sharp. Anyway, let's get right into this because I'm not gonna waste any more of y'all's time.
Now I probably got some other group pissed off at me because I said fruit. There's a different group to get pissed off at you in this country for everything you're not supposed to say. Can't say fruit, can't say faggot, can't say queer, can't say Nancy boy, can't say pansy. Can't say nigger, boogie, jig, jigaboo, skinhead, jungle bunny, mooly, moulignon, or schwarzer. Can't say yid, heeb, zeeb, kike, maki, dago, guinea, wop, ginzo, greaser, greaseball, spick, beaner, oye, tiger, PR, mick, donkey, turkey, limey, frog, squarehead, kraut, jerry, hun, chink, jap, nip, slope, slopehead, zip, zipperhead, gook. There is absolutely nothing wrong.
Damn. He might just taught me like five dozen different terms I never heard of that I'm like gonna Google immediately after this. Like, wow, that was good. That was interesting.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with any of those words in and of themselves. They're only words. It's the context that counts. It's the user. It's the intention behind the words that makes them good or bad. The words are completely neutral. The words are innocent. I get tired of people talking about bad words and bad language. Bullshit. It's the context that makes them good or bad. The context that makes them good or bad. For instance, you take the word nigger. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the word nigger in and of itself. It's the racist asshole who's using it that you ought to be concerned about. We don't care when Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy say it. Why? Because we know they're not racist. They're niggers. Context. Context. We don't mind their context because we know they're black. Hey, I know I'm Whitey, the blue-eyed devil, patio, fade, gray boy, honky motherfucker myself. Don't bother my ass. They're only words. You can't be afraid of words that speak the truth, even if it's an unpleasant truth, like the fact that there's a bigot and a racist in every living room on every street corner in this country. I don't like words that hide the truth. I don't like words that conceal reality. I don't like euphemisms or euphemistic language. And American English is loaded with euphemisms because Americans have a lot of trouble dealing with reality. Americans have trouble facing the truth. So they invent a kind of a soft language to protect themselves from it. And it gets worse with every generation. For some reason, it just keeps getting worse. I'll give you an example of that. There's a condition in combat. Most people know about it. It's when a fighting person's nervous system has been stressed to its absolute peak and maximum, can't take any more input. The nervous system has either snapped or is about to snap. In the First World War, that condition was called shell shock. Simple, honest, direct language. 2 syllables. Shell shock. Almost sounds like the guns themselves. That was 70 years ago. Then a whole generation went by, and the Second World War came along, and the very same combat condition was called battle fatigue. 4 syllables now. Takes a little longer to say. Doesn't seem to hurt as much. Fatigue is a nicer word than shock. Shell shock. Battle fatigue. Then we had the war in Korea in 1950. Madison Avenue was riding high by that time, and the very same combat condition was called operational exhaustion. Hey, we're up to 8 syllables now. And the humanity has been squeezed completely out of the phrase. It's totally sterile now. Operational exhaustion. Sounds like something that might happen to your car.
Yeah.
Then, of course, came the war in Vietnam, which has only been over for about 16 or 17 years. And thanks to the lies and deceit surrounding that war, I guess it's no surprise that the very same condition was called post-traumatic stress disorder. Still 8 syllables, but we've added a hyphen. And the pain is completely buried under jargon. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I'll bet you if we'd have still been calling it shell shock, some of those Vietnam veterans might have gotten the attention they needed at the time. I'll bet you that.
He's got a point. He's definitely got a point. The terms in which we use somehow, I mean, I feel like shell shock would have been, it seems fitting to me. And now that he points it out, post-traumatic stress syndrome, it does seem a little bit dehumanizing. Like, I get what they're saying, of what the term is saying, and I also understand what he's saying, but I can't but to think that he has some good points in which, oh man, this is pure gold. Pure gold.
But it didn't happen. And one of the reasons is because we were using that soft language, that language that takes the life out of life. And it is a function of time. It does keep getting worse. Give you another example. Sometime during my life, toilet paper became bathroom tissue. I wasn't notified of this. No one asked me if I agreed with it. It just happened. Toilet paper became bathroom tissue. Sneakers became running shoes. False teeth became dental appliances. Medicine became medication. Information became directory assistance. The dump became the landfill. Car crashes became automobile accidents. Partly cloudy became partly sunny. Motels became motor lodges. House trailers became mobile homes. Used cars became previously owned transportation. Room service became guest room dining. And constipation became occasional irregularity. When I was a little kid, if I got sick, they wanted me to go to the hospital and see the doctor. Now they want me to go to a health maintenance organization or a wellness center to consult a healthcare delivery professional. Poor people used to live in slums. Now the economically disadvantaged occupy substandard housing in the inner cities.
Damn.
And they're broke. They're broke. They don't have a negative cash flow position. They're fucking broke. Because a lot of them were fired. You know, fired. Management wanted to curtail redundancies in the human resources area. So many people are no longer viable members of the workforce. Smug, greedy, well-fed white people have invented a language to conceal their sins. It's as simple as that. The CIA doesn't kill anybody anymore. They neutralize people. Or they depopulate the area. The government doesn't lie. It engages in disinformation. The Pentagon actually measures nuclear radiation in something they call sunshine units. Israeli murderers are called commandos. Arab commandos are called terrorists. Contra killers are called freedom fighters. Well, if crime fighters fight crime and firefighters fight fire, what do freedom fighters fight?
Oh,
they never mention that part of it to us, do they? Never mention that part
of it. Damn. Oh. George, what you doing to him back then? My. So sharp. Now here's why I like his bits. His bits are more than just creative thinking. His bits are the result of, creative thinking is one. But it's so much more than that. It's so much more that encompasses, because not only is he giving you factual basis information, but he's giving you logic. He's giving you, he's giving you the reality of it and putting a comedical spin on it. Wow. Wow. I'm speechless. I'm mad that I'm just now more or less knowing about this now. Where the hell was I when this was airing? I probably wasn't even born, but still, like, damn. More people need to hear this. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is real stuff. Like, I know people's like, of course it's real, but no. You're not hearing me. This is stuff that people like politicians, presidents, people who are so politically correct, they need to hear stuff like this, because it's like, y'all need to lighten up a little bit. Now, I understand that most people not gonna want to hear it, because when it comes from comedians, they like, whatever. But I think people need to look into that as far as finding value. Like, I hate, at the risk of sounding like an idiot, I'm just gonna say it. Never mind. Well, I was gonna say, if a comedian like George was to run for a president position or something of that nature, or a Senate, whatever, I would vote for him, because I understand he's joking. I understand his sarcasm. I understand that all of the above. For anybody that's going to be like, the president, he shouldn't be a president or anything. No. His thinking. He thinks critically over and beyond the average person, and he's able to put two and two together 10 times over the next person and then some into the future. Like, he's like, what was that guy who everybody always made like the comments about and prophesied? Nostradamus or something like that. Carlin's like Nostradamus for those times. Like, he's saying things that, man, he would, whew, good thing he's not around nowadays, because, man, not saying like that, but it would, woo, the level of that stuff is at an all-time high. I'm not even gonna get into it, because that's just a whole different other subject, but man, whew, damn.
Yeah. And some of this stuff is just silly. We all know that. Like on the airlines, they say they want a pre-board. Well, what the hell is pre-board? What does that mean? To get on before you get on? They say they're going to pre-board those passengers in need of special assistance. Cripples! Simple, honest, direct language. There's no shame attached to the word cripple that I can find in any dictionary. No shame attached to it. In fact, it's a word used in Bible translations. Jesus healed the cripples. Doesn't take 7 words to describe that condition. But we don't have any cripples in this country anymore. We have the physically challenged. Is that a grotesque enough evasion for you? How about differently abled? I've heard them call that differently abled. You can't even call these people handicapped anymore. They'll say, we're not handicapped, we're handy-capable. These poor people have been bullshitted by the system into believing that if they change the name of the condition, somehow you'll change the condition. Doesn't happen.
Oh.
Doesn't happen.
You like, stop joking me off.
We have no more deaf people in this country, hearing impaired. No one's blind anymore, partially sighted or visually impaired. We have no more stupid people. Everybody has a learning disorder. Or he's minimally exceptional. How would you like to be told that about your child? He's minimally exceptional. Oh, thank God for that.
Right?
Psychologists actually have started calling ugly people those with severe appearance deficits. What? It's getting so bad that any day now I expect to hear a rape victim referred to as an unwilling sperm recipient.
Oh, God. Damn. Oh, my. God dang. You know what? That bit in itself deserves a 30-minute explanation of itself. Unfortunately, I'm not that particular guy, because I'm a man of, well, in this particular case, few words. I can't really say anything that hasn't been said. He said it best. And I'm just in shock and awe as the accuracy of it. Like, dead spot on is what happens. This is exactly what happens. Water it down with subtle languages and make people feel a little bit better. But it's like, I kind of agree with George. It's like, why sugarcoat it? I feel like you can't. It's like giving out consolation prizes for losers. It's like, not saying that they shouldn't get acknowledgement for participation, but at the same time, like, you gotta acknowledge it. What's the point in winning if everybody gets a prize? Like, there's no motivation outside of that if you know that just by participating you're gonna get some type of prize or some type of reward. The reward in itself is that it's the hunt, it's the race, it's the challenge, it's the, you know what I mean? It's all of that, and that's what encompasses it. But what am I? Who am I? I'm just me, giving my humble opinion on it, and I'm honestly just blown away. Like, phew. I'm gonna go back and look at that again and kind of dissect it. I'm gonna try to see if I can find this whole stand up comedy performance, because I've been seeing bits and pieces of it here and there. I want to see the whole thing from the entirety, from the beginning to end. Like, I'm gonna look for that, see if I can find it. I hope you all enjoyed it, and wow, just want to say thank you for the person who recommended this one, because honestly I was going to bypass it, because I mean, let's just keep it 100% real. George can be an intimidating individual, but one of my viewers, he reminded me that there's no reason why I should feel intimidated by George. You know, like, it's comedy, and that, hey, at the end of the day, don't take it so serious. He's making good points, but don't be intimidated by it, which I'm not. I'm good. Just had to state that for the record. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm sorry that there was a small latency in the video, the audio, and the visual. I seen another clip, but the clip didn't start off at the part where yeah. What the hell's wrong with my words today? It didn't start at where I wanted it to start, basically. So I found this one, and unfortunately this one was a little bit off sync. But for the most part, I think the message was evident and couldn't have been more clear. Like, George is that guy. One of the best. One of the best. Simply, like, there is no other mind like him. Like, I'm sorry, nobody else could ever take his place, and whew, it's amazing. At any rate, I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope you have a good day. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Catch y'all on the next one.